But before we leave, I want to shed light on a tragic event that happened, and I don't want to make this no sad shit. I'm trying to actually come with some type of plan or some type of solution. I'm gonna let Callie lead this one because I seen he did a live on it. It seems like every election year, a black person get killed by the police, and it's publicized all through the media, and it gets black people all emotional. And I think it's a ploy. I think it's a chess move. It's purposely done. But Kylie, go ahead, let them know what happened.
Yeah, just last week, a woman by the name of Sonia Massey, 36 years old, was gunned down in her home by Illinois State Police, Sangamon County to be exact. Officer's name was Sean Grayson. So it's a tragedy. You know, she called them to come to her house. She thought there was a prowler there. They come there, they check the premises. They discovered there was nobody there. From what I watched, she seemed a little flustered. At that point, they entered her home. They tried to look for ID. She got up. She had a boiling pot of water on the stove. They told her to turn it off. When she turned it off and moved it, they kind of moved away from her. And then that's when she was like, "Why y'all moving away?" She kind of gave them some like, they was like, "Well, I don't want to get burned by that water." And she's like, "Well, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Once she said that, he said, "I'll shoot you in your fucking face." Put the pot down. She get down like this. And then they go over the counter, and then they fire. In my opinion, you know, I'm not going to get into the whole big scope of it. What I'm going to say is that I just think we need, again, more people like us to be in these positions, because I got grandmas, I got aunties, I'm from the South, from all over, and I've heard "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus" so many times to where, like, I would understand, and I think other black men in that situation would have understood what that meant. I think that he possibly could have taken it as a threat, or, you know, he obviously came in there to do what he wanted to do, but I think that's the importance of having us in there, because a black man would have heard that and understood she's just trying to give me attitude or something of that nature, and I don't think it would have been perceived as a threat, and therefore I don't think he would have went over the counter and tried to kill her.
I believe he already knew, he understood what it was. He knew what he was going in there for. But sometimes, even in another sense, some people could say we in a mix of a spiritual warfare. So she could have processed something deeper to the point where she thinking she calling for help, but you really just called some demons to your damn house. Yeah. But then they said she had another problem, I guess. I don't know if she was mental or certain issues with supposedly the officer wife. Don't quote me on this. And they end up getting a call, and he heard her name, and he knew already. That's why one of the first things he asked her was like, how was she in her mind state type shit. So it's way deeper than what we see. But I do agree, far as they do knock somebody off around election time every time, get us riled up, get us distracted, and now we're back doing the same cycle.
All
over
that
and over.
shit is the whole overall distraction. That shit, presidency, are we distracted in general? None of that shit matters. Why they put motherfuckers on judge positions, prosecutor positions, local positions that's controlling and seizing shit, taking property from us. Yeah. Them the ones that's controlling the finances of our community. It's the local government.
And as you say, we need to be proactive, because the officer was jumping from station to station.
6 jobs in 4 years.
So we instead of just
kids.
complaining like we do, we need to go in and say, one and you done. It ain't all this hop, skip, and jumping. How is that even possible?
And look, here's a noticeable thing. He had his body cam off. His partner had it on. Mm-hmm. So, like bro said, he came in there with some ill intent from the jump. Yeah. And I don't even watch these videos anymore because it's energy harvesting. It keeps you in a low vibration. So I don't even watch the police shooting videos anymore. I just read the details, so I'm aware of what's going on. But if you notice his tattoos, that was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah,
that's like some
white supremacy.
I don't even like using that word, but you already know that group. I already knew that's what that was. As soon as I seen his arms, as soon as I seen his tats, mind you, programming is real. Conscious, subconscious. They purposely made sure you saw them tattoos because that is being ingrained into your brain. These white supremacist groups and these symbols that they are pledging to, you notice that you always see that shit when this type of shit happens? They're letting you know, this is us. You are weaker than us, and this is what we doing to y'all. Subconsciously, we start believing that shit. And this also goes back to another point. We have to be policing our own fucking communities. Period. We need more of us in there, because I don't know if you've ever been to New Orleans, but if you've ever been to New Orleans, in their neighborhoods, they got signs in the neighborhoods of the local sheriff that grew up in that community, that polices that community, that knows the people in the community. So somebody who grew up around her and already know how she is would have been the one dealing with her if they had that type of thing set up. So they already know how to come deal with the people. They know her. When they see you, they're comfortable. They grew up around you. You know their family. It's not some motherfucker from across town who already hates your people as is and is on go and trigger happy, ready to get you out of here anyway.
Yeah,
so we need more of us that look like us policing us. Stop getting motherfuckers from Irvine doing fucking beat walking fucking LA somewhere or Compton somewhere in a black community and they already hate niggas. No.
We need to
Because
they
coming in there like it's a football game. That's what I want people to understand. When they come across the tracks, wherever they go into their job, they put that uniform on. It's like they come in and play a game for the day, and then when they leave, for real, that's how them niggas. That's how they
How many you scored today?
Take it off, and then they
But
leave.
at the end of the day,
home.
they don't, especially in our areas, they're not here to protect and serve.
No.
The crimes happen and they react.
Right.
So you need to stop calling the police all in general when it comes to certain shit. Call some family, call some other men around before you let that be the last outlet. Because the police ain't never did us no good.
Yeah.
And I'll say, we gonna wrap it up. Protesting, not finna do nothing.
Nothing.
You waiting for votes,
Nothing.
it's not finna do
Nah, that
nothing.
ain't gonna
I'm
help.
sorry to say, it's only one thing that's gonna do that, that's gonna do something and cause them to wake up. But I can't say it because they're gonna say you inciting violence, but if you know, you know. Eye for an eye type shit. Tooth for a tooth type shit. When y'all gonna get tired of crying? And saying, why us? We can't breathe and all this stupid shit. The fuck is you in the streets talking about I can't breathe? And the nigga really got choked out. Fuck, like think about the optics of that. Nigga really got choked out and y'all yelling, I can't breathe. Of course he couldn't breathe. That's why he not here. What y'all ready to do about it though? Because that's the only thing that's gonna wake their game up. They did this to your family. Guess what? Go strike back. If somebody attack a fucking U.S. citizen, guess what we do? We sending them drones over there ASAP. We don't give a fuck who we hit. Y'all hit one of us, we finna hit 50 of y'all. And that's gonna teach you next time, don't bring your ass across them tracks. So unless y'all on that type of time, I don't even want to hear about no protests. I don't want to hear about no raise no awareness. Fuck that, boost the crime rate or something. Fuck all that awareness shit. Get cracking.